Hello everyone, this is AJ and welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the new DC Showcase short movie Constantine and the House of Mystery. So let's get straight into it. Now before I begin though, yes I'm in a different filming location. It's quite early in the morning. My missus is still in bed, so I don't want to go up and film in my studio because it might wake her up. So I'm down here recording in this room. Yeah, also, if you're new to the channel, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. Maybe leaving a comment down below, giving me a thumbs up, hitting that notification bell for more content like this one. Yeah, so let's just talk about this movie, or this short. This is a DC Showcase short. It runs for 26 minutes, and it follows Constantine. Now, this DC Showcase short is actually set after the 2020 movie Justice League Dark Apocalypse. Now, as you may or may not know, Justice League Dark Apocalypse was the finale of a sort of 17, I may have that number wrong, 17 or 18 movie long DC interconnected world of animated movies that culminated in this big event that ended with the world pretty much destroyed and Constantine sort of asking Flash to sort of reset things with the Speed Force, creating a new Flashpoint. So this 26-minute short here acts as a kind of epilogue to that ending, and then it shows us what sort of comes of John Constantine. So there will be spoilers in this from here on out, so if you don't want to know, then please switch off and maybe come back after you've seen it, or carry on, and if you don't mind spoilers. Yeah, so basically what happens in this is we get the opening, which gives us the sort of flashback with a voiceover by Constantine, again voiced by Matt Ryan, who plays Constantine in the Constantine TV series that lasted for one season, and Legends of Tomorrow, who's also voiced Constantine in animation as well, because he's just fantastic, isn't he, as the character? He really is a great portrayal of that character. So in this, like I said, we catch up with the beginning of that before the Flash goes off to reset things, and then Constantine suddenly appears in this house. He appears in this house where he's confronted by, I say confronted, that's the wrong term to use, but he finds all his friends. It's a bit of an odd house, things are going wrong in there, like goes through one door and he comes out another. There's odd stairwells and this sort of a thing, like the old pictures where the stairwells are sort of upside down. I forget what they're called. You know the ones I mean, where you got one set of stairs and the other set of stairs is upside down, sideways, that sort of malarkey. So he goes in this room and his friends and family are there, characters that you may or may not know within the DC universe. Zatanna is there, and everyone's there to celebrate his 50th birthday. And what happens is he comes to realise that he's got two children there, children with Zatanna, but the kids start coughing and they cough up blood and they die. And everyone in the room starts acting the same way. They're coughing up and he's there screaming on the floor, no, holding the kids in his hands. Only Zatanna then gets up and becomes a demon, and everyone in the room stands up and they demonise, including the two kids, and they kill him. And what comes into play is the fact that this keeps occurring. It sort of resets. He gets killed and he resets in the corridor, and this sort of thing keeps occurring. Whatever room he goes in, his friends are there, but then they sort of demonise and they kill him. It turns out that he's there because of the Spectre. The Spectre has sort of punished him for what he's done, the resetting of time, and locked him in this house, in this loop that he stays in for maybe centuries, living the same thing over and over again, the same sort of, the death. He fights it and that, but he keeps dying in different ways. Very similar to maybe Doctor Strange and his time with Dormammu in the Doctor Strange movie. This carries on until these three bigger demons turn up, demons that he's sold his soul to. He's sold his soul 3 times, so these demons get into an argument over who owns his soul, but he uses this as a ploy to escape. Only then he escapes, and I won't go into spoiler territory at this point, because it's quite a sort of somber ending in this short movie for the character of Constantine. It's quite it's got a lot of depth to it when you get to this sort of end scene. A lot of gravitas, a lot of you know, you're like, you know, first of all, the episode maybe plays like you know, just a sort of throwaway thing, but at the end there's a lot of depth to what happens to the character of Constantine, the realisation of what he could have had at this particular place, and why it turned out the way it turned out for him, why it was you know, these demons of these people, you know, not the actual people he loved, but demon versions of them, and all this, and it kind of ends on a sort of I don't want to say a cliffhanger, but it could potentially lead elsewhere for the character of Constantine, or it could be sort of like a finality to the character of Constantine. So yeah, so that's that. Now, my thoughts on it, like I said, it's 26 minutes long, so it's a DC Showcase short, and I know they are doing a few of them. But as a sort of epilogue to Dark Apocalypse, and as a Constantine standalone, it's fantastic. You know, I really enjoyed it. The animation was as it is for DC. DC have their hand in animation, fantastic. You know, the stuff that they produce for animation, their films, it is very, very good. And this is no exception. You know, like I said, you've got Matt Ryan there voicing. You've got Lou Diamond Phillips voicing in the thing as well. So it's all there, it's all in place. The 26 minutes just sort of flow by. You know, it's very good. If you get the opportunity, go and take a watch of this. I really do recommend it. It was a lot of fun. It was nice to sort of revisit that era of the animation, as in that sort of, you know, going back to that large, interconnected, animated world that they've created within the DC universe, and having a little bit extra to add to that. So I was very pleased with that. The other thing I will say about this is that it is R-rated, I believe. There is some language within the short film, and there's also a considerable amount of violence, a lot of blood. It's very blood red, so certainly not for a younger audience, which is fantastic that DC doesn't mind doing this sort of thing. So that's always a bonus. Also, when it comes to animated cartoons, it's made for a more discerning audience, shall we say. So yeah, go watch this. It's a lot of fun. I had no issues with it whatsoever. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Anyway, that's it. My little chat about this, my little review. If you like that, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Coming back and joining me maybe on another video or something like that. There will be plenty of content like this. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and have a great Easter. Goodbye.